Stop the tape. You thought this game was a 5-1 blowout. It almost went completely sideways on the very first shift of the game. We're breaking down the Swiss cheese special and how Logan Thompson's first save of the night very well may have saved the entire game. Then Coach John Cooper rolled out a cheat code. McDavid, Mackinnon, and Celebrini, 270 career points on one line. You have to see what they did to the Swiss defense. This is the line change. Let's go.
Power play goal. Elias. Anderson. D.T. Miller scores.
Broke it free from Henderson. Got it to Messer in front. Backhander scores. The puck back in. Campoli trying to clear it. Burrows is pressed. Got the puck loose to Edwards. Back in for Alex Burrows. It's up in the air. Now McKinnon to the side. With the left glove. Are you kidding me? What a save.
Hey, Canucks Nation. Brandon Alston here, play-by-play for the Edmonton Canucks. You've got it locked in the line change. Vancouver Canucks podcast.
Welcome back to the line change, where today we're breaking down how Team Canada absolutely feasted on Switzerland for a dominant 5-1 victory. The thumbnail says it all. We're calling this one the Swiss cheese special because Canada punched so many holes in their defense, they might as well have been a block of a mental. It was a total team effort, but let's be honest. We all came here for the star power. The combination of McDavid, McKinnon, and a future superstar in Macklin Celebrini was absolute fire. And when the coach rolled out that line in the third period, it was game over. Let's hit the tape and break down how Canada took care of business against Team Switzerland. Now, it wasn't a perfect start, though the Swiss got a major jump scare early on when Shea Theodore absolutely ripped a floating wrister off the post that somehow managed to stay out. And then just seconds later, we saw a moment that could have changed the entirety of this game. Switzerland took advantage of a pinching Colton Parayko to go on a 3-on-1, and Theodore pressures the puck carrier, who saucers a pass over to Nino Niederreiter, who is somehow absolutely denied and robbed by Logan Thompson, who was the starting goaltender for Team Canada in Game 2. Obviously, Game 1, Jordan Binnington got himself a shutout, and Logan Thompson was absolutely showcasing just why he was picked for Team Canada this year. His biggest save of the game came on his very first save of the night. Who would have thought? Now, not capitalizing on a scoring chance like that is eventually going to cost you, especially against Team Canada, and especially when you take a penalty. Team Canada would score to make it 1-0. It was, of course, Connor McDavid, assisted by Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar. There's really, you just kind of expect these things when this Canadian power play goes to work and they're absolutely stacked. They got their work done in less than 20 seconds. It's a highlight reel waiting to happen every single time. But the pressure didn't stop. Following the goal, Mitch Marner makes a fantastic goaltender-like block to intercept the puck and spring Sidney Crosby on a breakaway. Had it not been for a miraculous second effort by Akira Schmid to scorpion kick out his left leg, the Canadiens would have been up 2-0 less than 7 minutes into this game. But they would find that 2-goal lead 4 minutes later. Entering the zone off the rush, Tom Wilson dropped the puck back to McDavid, who finds a trailing Thomas Harley. Harley is left all alone at the hash marks with nobody but the goaltender in front of him. Harley makes no mistake and beats Schmid 5-0. So, and this goal would be assisted by both Tom Wilson and Connor McDavid. And of course, this made it 2-0 Canada. On the ensuing faceoff, former Canuck Bo Horvat takes a high-sticking penalty on fellow former Canuck Pius Suter, and the Swiss finally ended up making Canada pay. Andrighetto, apologies if I mispronounced that, blasts a one-time feed from Kukin on net. Thompson gets a glove on the puck, so he managed to get a piece of it, but the shot had too much heat for him to maintain possession. Left all alone at the net front, Suter, who drew the penalty, capitalized on the power play to make it 2-1, assisted by Sven Andrighetto and Dean Kukin. It would be 2-1, as I mentioned. The physicality started to pick up here. Connor McDavid would land his second big hit of the tournament. Remember, he had that one in the previous game on his first shift. Timo Meier took that personally, getting his revenge on McDavid and then bulldozing Sam Reinhart all in the same shift. The intensity was absolutely rising at this point. With only a 1-goal lead, head coach John Cooper decided to get creative, plucking Nathan MacKinnon off the second line and placing him on the wing with Connor McDavid and Macklin Celebrini, basically making a super line. And it didn't take long for that to pay off. We might need to keep that line together going forward because it's absolute fire. And I would not be surprised if we see that line again in this tournament. After their first scoring chance of the shift, McDavid tries to saucer a pass to Parayko on the far side, but his attempt is blocked. MacKinnon follows up on the loose puck and fires a quick shoulder check backhand pass to a wide open Macklin Celebrini at the left hash marks. And you guys know Macklin Celebrini, he ain't gonna miss that. And he ends up ripping a one-time shot up and over Schmid to make it 3-1 Canada. The captain, Sidney Crosby, would then secure the insurance marker. The Colorado Avalanche's defense pair goes D-to-D before finding Mitch Marner in the high slot. He makes the perfect shot pass straight to the tape of Sidney Crosby for an easy tap-in. That's Marner's second highlight reel assist in as many games. Sidney Crosby would score, assisted by Mitch Marner and Cale Makar, to make it 4-1 Canada. But it wasn't just the skaters who were contributing to the win. It was Logan Thompson, who made some solid saves down the stretch and is certainly going to make it difficult for the Canadian coaching staff to decide what to do in net moving forward. So perhaps Jordan Binnington has a little bit of competition with Logan Thompson. And finally, the cherry on top, a great forecheck from Macklin Celebrini, great move to the net from McDavid, great toe drag to create clear shooting lane from Nathan MacKinnon. Put those three together, and that's a 4-goal lead by Canada. Nathan MacKinnon would basically seal the deal, assisted by Connor McDavid and Macklin Celebrini to make it 5-1, and that would be your final. And as I mentioned at the top, 270 NHL points on the same line is absolutely insane and just flat out bonkers to even think about. Like, that blows my mind. The standout players in this game were clear. You had Thomas Harley, Nick Suzuki, Macklin Celebrini, Nathan MacKinnon, Sidney Crosby, and Connor McDavid all absolutely put on a freaking show. Unfortunately, we did see a bit of a bad injury at the tail end of this game. Kevin Fiala actually got tangled up with Tom Wilson. I know, Tom Wilson and his history along the boards, and he actually had to be stretchered off. So obviously we wish Kevin Fiala a speedy recovery. And actually, Kevin Fiala is out of the tournament now because of this. That is one thing that Team Switzerland did confirm after the game. Overall, it was a fantastic and dominating performance once again by Team Canada, securing a decisive victory and sending a message to the rest of the tournament. The question now is, does Cooper keep that superstar line of McDavid, MacKinnon, and Celebrini together? Or is he going to jumble up the lines, maybe try something else? But in my personal opinion, they need to keep that MacKinnon, McDavid, and Celebrini line intact for the rest of this tournament, because that is the absolute dream line, and you just got to keep it rolling. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What did you guys think about the game? Was there a favorite highlight or moment in the game? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to take this chance to thank the sponsors of this video, starting off with none other than DraftKings Sportsbook, which is an official sports betting partner of the NHL. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is built for the fastest game on ice. With player props and live betting, every shift, every shot, every save gives you options to get in on the game with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN, that's code THPN, to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois, 21 plus in most states. Void in Ontario, restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which will expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. This is a limited time offer. Copyright 2026 NHL, all rights reserved. I'd like to thank my secondary sponsor, none other than Gassy Jack Art, maker of this amazing artwork you see right in front of you, and you guys can check them out yourselves at GassyJackArt.com. This video has been a presentation of both DraftKings Sportsbook as well as the Hockey Podcast Network. Be sure to check out the network for your favorite podcast covering your favorite team at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com, the home of hockey podcasts where it's every team, everywhere. If you enjoyed this recap of Canada versus Switzerland at Milano Cortina Winter Olympics, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Line Change, and be sure to have your notifications turned on so you don't miss more in-depth analysis from the 2026 Winter Olympics. Also, a thank you to those who have purchased official Line Change merchandise. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and check it out. We are currently selling our 1-year anniversary collection, and we do have some sales going on for that as well. So go ahead and check it out, thelinechangepodcast.threadless.com. Also, if you want to be a part of the discussion and conversations with fellow community members, join our official Discord. There is a link to it in the description down below. It is completely free to join as well. You can find and interact with us all over social media. We're everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, even Blue Sky. Feel free to give us a follow on all of our social media platforms. Speaking of platforms, if you prefer an audio version of this podcast, you can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. On Spotify, feel free to give us a follow, as well as rate and review us on both platforms. It is, of course, greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the podcast as well. Also, if you hadn't had an episode that you just couldn't get enough of, download your favorite episode. You can do that, and also too really helps out the podcast. And of course, we are greatly appreciative of you doing so as well. Once again, drop your comments down below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next Line Change.